Welcome to Talking Parks with Friends. Right, Guy? It is Friday, February 20th. Does that sound right? Friday, February
Yes, that's
20th.
totally right.
So,
Sounds
how are
good.
you?
I'm buying it if you're selling it.
All right, buddy. How are you tonight?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. So, thanks for everybody who has joined us. We're doing it Friday night because we both have a busy weekend, which I'm sure we can talk
Yeah.
about a little bit as well. In the chat, Mrs. Mary Mack said, my son wants to go to 13 Acres. 13 Acres is one of those haunts that I mentioned is open this weekend, or
Very
that
cool.
opening weekend, Saturday, the same Saturday that Carowinds opens. 13 Acres is open for their St. Patty's Day haunt. So that's a lot of fun. There's another one, Creepy Hollow, that I visit a lot that's open that entire weekend, Friday and Saturday, and then open the following Friday and Saturday as well. So very excited for both of those. All right.
That sounds
So
awesome.
let's start with you, Ryan.
Yeah.
What do you got going on this weekend?
We are going to Dollywood. So we're going to do two dinner shows. We're going to do the Pirates Voyage. We're going to do the Dolly Stampede. We're going to do the Titanic Museum. And we're going to check out the Frizzle Chicken Cafe. We're staying at Heart Song. I'm going to do a tour of Heart Song. I'm going to do a package with all this stuff, and I'm going on Fox 5, the Live Zone prime time on the 26th. And so I'll be doing segments plus we've got the Night Flight construction tour.
Yeah. So when is the Night Flight construction tour?
The Night Flight construction tour is on Tuesday, the
Yeah.
26th.
Nice.
So that's going to be, I don't know what to expect because you and I were at a tour of Night Flight already. And
Yeah.
obviously, we saw some track, we saw the structure. You couldn't really see in the structure from where we were. You could see a little bit, and you could see some on the train ride. But I don't know. Maybe this time they're actually going to take us into the structure.
Hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, I've seen a few little updates, some of those videos that they've been doing from the park, and there's lots and lots of action that has been happening. So I'm excited to see everything that you check out at the tour.
Yeah, it should be fun, man. I'm very excited. I want to see how far along they are. That's
Yeah,
probably my number one ride this year is Night Flight. I
me
do
too.
want to talk about something else. I don't know if you
Yeah,
saw this press release. So, did you see the press release about the 9 to 5 flight?
I did not.
925?
No.
Okay. This is really, really cool. I'm hoping I'm going to cover this. Okay. They are doing, and anybody who's watching this should go check it out. It's really cool if you're into Dolly Parton. They are doing an Allegiant flight. Okay. It's going to be Allegiant and
Uh,
Dollywood are partnering up. Did you see this?
I did from
Okay.
yeah, from Florida to Knoxville. Is that what the
To Knoxville. Yeah. And it's
uh,
going to be a specially themed flight. And you and I are into theming. I mean, that's
mhm,
the thing, right? Is theming.
yeah, for
So
sure.
they're gonna have like a gate celebration. They're gonna have themed food on the flight. I'm really thinking maybe they're gonna let them have cinnamon bread.
I mean, if it's
You
a
know,
partnership between the
it
park and
is.
the airline, what screams Dollywood more than cinnamon bread? I almost think you have
Right.
to, right?
So the tickets start at about $300. It's a quick flight. Now they are doing something. If you pick up a ticket to go to Dollywood the next day, they are doing something special for everybody who was on the flight. So they mentioned that they were going to have like a special ride time, that they were going to have special performance seats saved. So it kind of sounded like a time saver. And there's discounts too if you fly and you want to stay at one of the hotels. I think it's a 25% off. So anybody who's looking, this is November 6th. So anybody who's looking to go for Smoky Mountain, this might be the idea. Excuse me.
Oh, you're good.
What do you think?
I love it. I absolutely love it, and I think that we talked to. It was a few episodes back when we talked about Dolly, and how Dolly is becoming this destination park and continues to become, more in the lines with a Disney or Universal. These are the types of things that they have to do um, to continue to attract people that might not normally come from somewhere. I think this is an incredible idea, and I love it, and I
Yeah.
hope it's just the beginning of multiple opportunities and partnerships.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's an amazing idea that you can take a direct flight from Allegiant, after this is because this is like an inaugural celebration. So after that, you can be able to grab a Allegiant flight from Sanford too, which is a way less busy airport than MCO.
Yeah,
You can get a flight for like $75, dude. So for somebody like myself, if I drive down, take a rental car down from Virginia to Orlando, do the parks, I grab a $75 flight back. I can hit Dollywood real quick, grab another rental car, and drive home from there.
yeah,
I mean,
I love it. I love it.
it's not bad. It's not
Absolutely
bad.
love
So
it.
this brings me to a topic. Is it too early to be booking your HHN travel?
No,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
absolutely not. I, oh my gosh, there is no doubt in my mind. I think you know me by now. Um, Haunt is all year round for me, right? It
Right.
like
Right.
we talked last week's live. If you didn't catch it, it's posted on our page. We talked nothing about haunts, nothing but haunts in Carolinas,
Right.
right? And it's because I did a haunt just recently, a Valentine's Day haunt, and that was incredible. To start the show, I talked about St. Patty's Day haunts, that there are
Mm-hmm.
haunts in our area that are looking for. We had Valentine's Day haunts, St. Patty's Day haunts, Woods of Terror is doing a halfway to Halloween in May, just looking for opportunities to extend out the season and do it. And why are they doing that? They're doing that because there are people like us that think
Mm-hmm.
about it in
Mm-hmm.
February, right?
Yes.
so, so
I'll
no,
go to a
like,
haunt anytime.
well, I mean, think about what Universal did this year with the Vegas, the year-round
Yeah.
haunt, which I need to get to really bad. That is
Yeah.
top on my list of bucket list
I
things I
tried to
want
go
to
for the
do.
opening.
Yeah,
I pitched myself for that. I was like, "Oh, come on," because it was right after at the Epic opening. I was pitching the PR people about Vegas because I was like, "Dude, I'm very into haunted houses.
yeah,
Like HHN is my favorite thing that Universal does. It's almost my favorite thing in Orlando." So I mean, again, as a kid, I had the lesser budget haunts. So going to film school, working on sets, doing some scenic stuff, going to HHN and that level of haunt, the immersion is why I like to go to theme parks. I want
yeah,
to be immersed in theming. And Universal does it really, really good, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. So back to your question, is it too early?
Yeah.
No, it's not too early because we're
Okay.
super excited, getting
Yeah.
our plans worked out. Like for me, I want to know, what I'm doing this year, where I'm going. I want to make sure I line up. That for me is so important. I want to line up when I'm going to be there so it matches the best time of year to get it booked. And no, I don't think it's too soon. I mean, what would they announce? What would Universal announce that would make you say, okay, I don't need to go to Hard Nights this year?
No, it's never.
Yeah, I
Never. I
mean,
mean, it's not just that's just not in the book. I have to fight myself because I start planning on how can I get in Hollywood. Steve Harvey said this thing a long time ago about flying first class. Once you fly first class, it starts rewiring your brain, right? If you get on a plane and you book yourself in coach after you flew first class, you'll walk by first class and you'll be regretting it. You'll have
yeah,
ultimate FOMO, right? Well, I'm like that with park experiences. Like my brain starts weaseling ways to try to figure out how to get myself at a park.
yeah,
So, that's the problem. Like HHN Hollywood, it's a problem. It's awesome. So every year my brain is like, how can I get back to that? Like, how can I work that in? And that's Orlando is like that's a hard non-negotiable, you know.
Yeah.
That's just happening, you know. Now, I want to do all these haunts in North Carolina because they sound awesome. And I definitely am trying to figure out how to get to HHN Hollywood this year.
Yeah. That's awesome. Um,
We'll see.
well, I mean, either way, it's worth planning for and seeing what you can do. Um,
Yeah.
I I think without a doubt, it's not too soon, and I mean, I'm not gonna kind of talk about it on here. You can go out and search, but we are knee deep in all the rumors of this
Mm-hmm.
year's Horror Nights.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Scream. I
we're
keep
not
hearing Scream.
heard a number of different houses that are interesting to me. But no matter what, this is an anniversary year. So
Mm-hmm.
this is 35th
Could be.
anniversary. It's going to be big. Normally Jack comes back for anniversary years. Um, I
Hmm.
it's definitely something that it's never too early to plan. And I know there's some people that plan their trip as soon as they finish the previous year. So
Yeah.
no, get
It's
it
you're gonna get
booked.
a better
And
deal on travel.
yeah,
You know, absolutely. I know we booked our flights. We're the only people on our flight so far. You know, but again,
yeah,
um, you figure out shortcuts. I highly recommend people, if you're gonna be a part of this park life and you're gonna travel, if you've got the credit, I highly recommend getting some sort of plane card, whether it's a Delta, a United, an American Express, whatever it is. I highly recommend getting one because, you know, using the miles to travel is really crucial. You got the Delta Amex, you've got a companion pass. All you pay is the tax on it. So figuring out shortcuts and booking, like you said, booking the right time. When is the
yeah.
right time? You know, how many days are you going to go? You need to figure that out. Where are you staying? You know, booking your hotel early is a genius idea, you know,
Well, now, I
coming late
mean,
to the party.
especially if you're someone that just gets down to Florida once a year. Now with Epic, you got to plan around Epic and make sure you have enough time for that. You got to figure out what else you want to do in Universal. And then for me, it still all revolves around Horror Nights. And it's
Hmm.
way better to pick for Horror Nights. You can't go the Friday or Saturday a week or two before Halloween and that be your only trip because you won't be able to do
No.
hardly anything. So you need to plan the
Yep.
right time to get there. And yeah, so get that trip
What do
booked.
you
And
recommend? I've gone many different times. So I've
yeah,
gone last year I went early September. So I went within the first week that Horror Nights started. I've gone October. I've dealt with rain. Only 1 year I wasn't caught in a downpour. I mean
yeah.
downpour. Like everything is soaked. Like umbrella's not helping, raincoat's not helping, poncho's not helping. Soaked. So, what do you recommend?
You know, this is hard for me because most of my trips are really planned around logistics. With my daughter who is in senior year of high school, we have to plan around school, right? So like
Okay.
for me, it's really booked around the logistical opportunities. When's fall break? When do we have a long weekend? Those types of things. But I believe, and if it's when I have the opportunity to pick, I'm going early.
Okay.
I'm getting in. The earlier you go, the better chance you have. I also am a big fan of Wednesday and Thursday nights.
Yeah, I
Um,
usually like that.
and if not, Sundays can be decent. I mean, any day can be busy, but
Sunday.
I try to avoid Fridays and Saturdays whenever possible. But
Oh, this year I'm doing Friday and Saturday opening weekend.
Well, that's fine. Opening weekend is something to be, to be there for opening weekend is still important. Like we've done, we've done late in the season just because logistically we had to. We did the weekend after Halloween, which was very
Oh,
different. So, honestly, there's not a terrible time to go. It's just, are you going to have longer lines? Are you going to have to, you're gonna have to look into express passes. It's just way more things
I
that you have
do.
to
I
look at.
recommend after 11 Express.
Mm.
That's what I
So
recommend.
you
I have
buy
a whole
in,
rope drop strategy. I'm
yeah,
diabolical with it. You
yeah,
got to do scream early or have tickets to the park, and you got to line up in New York.
yeah,
And then depending on which house, it's a momentum thing. So you're going to start at one house. You're going to have a pretty long wait, 2 hour wait at your first house because you're going to be waiting for the park to, yeah,
yeah.
meatball HHN. You're going to be waiting for that first house to go. Second you get out of that, you got to swing,
Oh yeah, for
swing
sure.
right around.
If
This
you,
year I did Terrifier first.
yeah, we did too. But yeah, if you do the scream early and you knock it out, you can knock out four houses in the first hour before
Hmm.
the most of the you know night guests get in, and it makes a huge
Hmm.
difference.
And
Um,
then all the night guests are going to come in and they're going to go right to Terrifier. So
or
what
what?
you need to do is you got to pivot and you got to hit all the tents that are in the
Yeah,
back of the park.
yep,
That's when you got to hit those two that are in the back of the park and then you pivot around again. So I think that there is a momentum. And then the best thing to do to really maximize, you get after 11 Express, you can crush because you could
yeah,
go through all the houses again, easily, guaranteed, and then turn right around and start whatever time you have left, get back in line.
yeah.
You
And
know,
you buy after 11 Express in the park. I've never purchased it. Right? You buy it in the park in one of
You
those
do buy it in the
stands.
park. You take a risk. You take a risk. The second, get there early, dude. You can get there early that day. Yeah,
Yeah,
the first year we went, we bought Express Pass all night, and it's not cheap. And I'm a big fan of, I'd like to go multiple nights because I'm
yeah,
addicted to the houses. I need to get back inside the house, and it can be a long line. You
yeah,
can wait an hour, you can wait an hour and a half. If it's raining, that hour and a half feels like eternity,
yeah,
so booking now is smart. Figuring out probably the best time to go is 2 weeks after opening, middle of
yeah.
September. You're just going to
And
deal with the weather.
I'll say, but the downside of going early, even though I highly promote early, I absolutely think going early. Plus, that gives you the option if you want to go back later in the season, you can. Um, it is still really hot early in the season, and some
Oh,
of
it's
those
super hot.
some of those queue lines, and we waited in that Terrifier queue line for like whatever it was, an hour and a half, hour plus,
Mm-hmm.
for opening, and it was sticky inside there. So you
Mm-hmm.
know, but it doesn't really get cool during Halloween down in Florida anyway. But it can be really
I
hot
mean,
early in the season.
I'll take the heat over the rain. The
Yeah,
rain is just crucial because I got caught last year in the Demon Hunter house. And that we caught in that queue for like an hour. And I mean, it was coming down ridiculous. You
yeah,
know, swamp feet. Like your feet are just soaked, man. And it's the beginning of the night. You got 3 hours left. And I don't quit. So I'm staying till park close,
yeah.
you know.
Me too. There's no yeah, without a doubt. All right, so book
Yeah,
early, book
book
often,
early.
go to
Yes.
HHN. What's
Yes. Okay.
what's
Next thing I
what's
want to
top?
talk about is, did you see the Phantom? It's called the Phantom Spire, right? The new ride at Six Flags, New Jersey, that's replacing King Dakar.
Purple track,
Yeah, purple track.
purple
What do
track.
you think?
Uh, I am very excited for this.
Okay.
I love the idea of. So the rumor is a mock spinner.
Yep.
Um,
Oh, it's a spinner.
yes,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Um, and it's kind of like a shuttle loop spinner, and it I love the idea of it. We don't have any details. Nothing's been announced by the park. Heard somewhere in the neighborhood of possibly 300 plus feet on
A
one of the
spinner at
spikes.
300 feet?
Yeah, like one of the
Whoa.
spikes. So it's going to be kind of a spike up and then come down. Again, just rumors. Um, But I'm really excited. I think it's going to be quite a while till we get, more definite details. Um,
Okay.
Six Flags likes to announce later in the year because we know it's 2027. Um,
Okay.
so I think it's going to be a while, but seeing the track, seeing the footers going in, it's very exciting, and I think that park needs something big,
Mm.
needs something fun. It's not going to replace King Dakar. It's not even trying to. It's not even going to be in the same spot as King Dakar. This is,
No, it's like the Green Lantern spot.
yeah, this is not. This is not a replacement for that. So, but they need something after removing King Dakar. They need a big attraction, and I love mock. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And I think, if you're going to tell me, if you're going to give me a choice of who to put stuff, into the park, I'm going to pick them. I love what they've been doing. They've put in some incredible stuff. And I think this one could be really cool.
What's one of your favorite mock rides?
Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna stick local because it's my park, but Copperhead Strike um,
Okay.
is
How is
is
that? I have not done that.
I love Copperhead Strike. I think it's an
Okay.
incredibly fun ride, but it's definitely the one that I got to do the most. But as you know, I think we talked about. I am going to Europa Park this summer,
Yeah.
which is owned
Mm-hmm.
by Mach,
Mm-hmm.
and probably half the coasters are or more are Mach coasters. So I
When I
am
went there in
super
high
excited.
school, it was a very different park.
Yeah,
Yeah, now it's insane. When I went there, it was more like Busch Gardens feeling, where
yeah,
there's a lot of nature that was involved in the park, and then they took a lot of rides from America. Like they had a Space Mountain, but it
yeah.
was a more intense Space Mountain, but it's in Spaceship Earth.
Right.
Yeah. So do they do this? That is that still a thing there? Do you think?
They still have the spear. They still have that as the
Okay.
landmark. What's inside of it, I don't know. I haven't done research
Okay.
on the rides yet. I just know that we're going and we're going in July, so I can't wait.
Yeah. It's gonna be awesome, dude. Especially for me, Disney Paris. I
Yeah,
mean, because I know you're going there on the trip. Like that's one of my number one parks in the world. I
yeah.
mean, it's gonna be awesome, dude.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and
Oh yeah.
it's going to be a great trip, and I'm excited for both. So yeah.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts? What did you see anything else
I
released
just
on
saw the
that?
purple track, so you were telling me the spinner. That was news to me. I do think that parks right now are becoming obsessed with spinners. It seems like that's a new thing, right? You have Universal at Epic has the werewolf ride, right?
Hmm.
Silver Dollar City has the time. There's a time, I forgot the name of it, but it's something with time.
Time
And that's
Traveler.
a time traveler. Yeah. That looks like a pretty incredible spinner, though.
Yeah, but both of them are mock, right? Both of them are mock. The
Yeah, they are both mock, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So um, yeah, so I think it's good, and then again, that park needs it really bad. That park has
Yeah.
some recovering to do. This isn't, they put in a great ride. That's not the end of what they need to do, but they need to put in a really exciting ride that starts to win some of the crowd back that they lost recently up there.
They got El Toro still, right?
Yep. Yep.
And they're bringing the safari back.
The yeah, so I have not been there in a very long time. I used to go a lot as a kid when I grew up in
Right.
Maryland. New Jersey was like 3 hours away, but being down here in the Carolinas, it's a lot further. So
Hmm.
hopefully, when this opens in 27, sounds like that would be a great place to go.
Yeah. Well, let's talking about parks. Let's talk about Pennsylvania parks.
Oh,
What
yes.
parks have you been to?
All right. So again, I grew up in Maryland. I lived there the first 30 years of my life. I've been down
Okay.
here in the Carolinas for the last 20, almost 20 years. Um,
Okay.
So I grew up with Hershey Park as one of my.
Okay.
So I would consider when I was a kid, I had kind of three home parks. I had Kings Dominion,
Okay.
I had Wild World, Adventure World, which eventually became Six Flags America,
Okay.
which is now gone, and then Hershey Park. Each of those three parks was about the same. Six Flags America and Hershey was about the same distance from where I grew up. King's Dominion was a little further, and then Busch Gardens was a little bit further than that. But we went there quite a bit as well. Um, so went to Hershey Park a lot as a child. Been to Dorney Park,
Mm.
Knoebels,
Okay.
Kennywood.
Okay. That's it.
Uh, there's a number of small parks in Pennsylvania that I have not been to.
But
But
that's all the major parks, though. You've been to all the major ones.
yeah, uh,
Okay.
love Hershey Park.
Okay.
It is a destination park in my opinion. Um,
Okay.
it is something that people travel to quite extensively. It is an incredibly theme park, and the thing that I love, it's in the middle of Hershey, Pennsylvania. So there's other activities to do right outside the park. There's a dark ride, and it's free. So you've
Oh,
been
is
to
that you're
Hershey,
talking? Is that
right?
the
Yeah.
chocolate one?
You've been to Hershey, right?
I've never been to Hershey.
Okay. Yeah. So in the parking lot of Hershey Park is Hershey World,
Mm-hmm.
just basically a huge store for everything
Okay.
Hershey related. And in that store is a massive dark ride that is free to ride.
Yep.
And that dark ride is just basically how chocolate is made. It
Yeah.
takes you
I've
through,
seen the
and
dark ride. It's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, and then you exit out, and they give you a little piece of candy to kind of whet your appetite, and then they drop you in this massive store of Hershey chocolate, candies, souvenirs,
Mm-hmm.
everything you
It's
could
like a
possibly
cafe, man.
want. So,
So you got a
um,
whole restaurant there.
but Hershey has an incredible collection of coasters. Um, one of the things that Hershey has done over the last 10 years that I love is that they've started to incorporate the Hershey theming in everything that they do.
Mm-hmm.
All the rides now kind of have some kind of
Mm-hmm.
Hershey theming. The big hyper they added a few years back, Candemonium, is of course themed to chocolate. They redid their boomerang coaster to Jolly Ranchers. It
Yep.
has like
Jolly
a little
Rancher. Yeah.
area you go through that smells like Jolly Ranchers, and I love that. Like I love that they're theming more and more. They have a dark ride inside the park that is
Mm-hmm.
the I forget the term of it. Basically, it's the Reese's peanut butter challenge or something, and
Mm.
it's a shooting dark ride, but instead of like shooting
Okay.
targets, you're combining chocolate and peanut butter together to make Reese's.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun. So
Nice.
love Hershey Park. Love Hershey Park.
Okay.
Um, moving on, Dorney Park. You're going to Dorney this year, is that right?
Yeah. 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 We got a plan.
Yeah. Dorney Park. I've been once.
Okay.
It's a smaller park in the Six Flags chain. It was one
Okay.
of the
Like, can you give
more,
it to like Great American size or smaller?
I would say a little bit smaller.
Whoa.
They
Okay.
their big thing is the water park. They have a very popular
Okay.
water park in the summer. Um,
Okay.
they have a good collection of rides though, and yeah,
Okay.
I think it's a solid park. It's a solid park.
Okay.
The problem with Dorney is because they're kind of in that smaller area. They kind of for many years they got fit in the category that they didn't get a whole lot of additions.
Okay.
They did get a new attraction last year, um,
Okay.
but it's a fun park. They have a classic old wooden coaster that is a hoot. They have a very one of the original hyper coasters. Um,
Okay.
the which is at least when I was there was still running great. So it's a good park. I would
Is
say
it
of the
worth a 3.5 hour drive?
well, I you're asking the wrong person. I drove 3.5 hours to ride one mountain coaster.
Yeah, so yes, it is. It
I
is.
So for me, yes, any park for the first time, I'll drive 5, 6, 7, 8 hours like that.
Right.
I think it's worth it. Yes, if you haven't been there, I definitely think of the four
Okay.
Pennsylvania parks that we're talking about.
Okay.
It's probably on the bottom of that list of those four parks, in my
So
opinion.
Knoebels is better?
Knoebels is one of my favorite parks on this planet.
Really? Okay. Do tell. Do tell.
Absolutely,
Okay.
Knoebels for me, first of all, Knoebels is, if you're not familiar, is a very different theme park. Um, no entrance. It is open to the public, kind of almost like a fair or a carnival type setup. It's surrounded by campgrounds. You can get in almost anywhere. There's no admission to get in. You either pay per ride or you pay for a wristband to ride everything, which has, of course, some real benefits for people that don't ride and want to come with the family, like, maybe grandparents that just
Yeah.
want to come and watch the family, not necessarily ride.
Yeah.
This is an old school park. It has got some incredibly classic rides inside of it. It has two incredible wooden coasters. Um,
Okay.
the just incredible wooden coasters. It has your old school carousel with the
Okay. Yeah,
brass
well, you grab the
rings.
ring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like only, I think last time I looked, there's only like 11 or 12 of these left in the United
Have you gotten a
States.
ring?
Oh yeah. Actually, I got. Don't tell Knobles, but I got a ring here somewhere on my desk.
Are you
Um,
supposed to give them back?
of course you are.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought that was like your souvenir. Like,
No, you give
yes,
them
brass
back.
ring.
In fact, actually,
I heard the food is really good.
the brass ring I have is actually not from Knobles. It's from a park in that I went to when we were in Chicago. And there's a small carousel was in the middle of a park that had the same thing, but we purchased the ring. We didn't take one.
Oh, okay. You hear
Um,
that, Knobles?
yes, I did not steal your ring. I did not steal your ring,
Yes.
Knobles.
You
Um,
were worried.
the But the brass ring thing, I mean, that's a classic from years and years ago. If you've never done it,
Yeah,
it will
never done it.
change your perspective on carousels. It is
Yeah,
so fun, and
yeah.
it makes it re-rideable. People will ride the carousel over and over again
Trying to get
because
that ring, man.
yeah, it's fun, and like,
Yeah,
so there's that. The food is very good. They have a lot of
I've heard that.
options. Yeah, a lot of options
I've heard
for the
that.
food. Again, they're trying to attract people that want to come in and hang out, so they have a ton of different options. It just has the feel of that like old school classic amusement park that you just don't get anywhere else. And we
Yep.
haven't talked yet about the absolute best thing in this park. You want to take a
Okay.
guess? You want to take a guess what I think is the best
It's got to
thing?
be a dark ride.
It's a dark ride.
Yeah, it's got to be.
The Haunted Mansion at Knoebels is the classic old school dark ride. Um, it is, same name as the one in Disney, Haunted Mansion, right? But
Yep.
it is totally different. You get in,
Yep.
you get in these old carts that look like they shouldn't even
Yep.
work anymore. And there
It's like
are
the fair style, right?
Yes, and there are
Yeah.
hundreds of props that have been in there since the 60s. That and it comes from everywhere, right? Like,
Classic ghost train.
yes, they have built this up. It is absolutely a must do for any amusement park fan out in the world.
Okay.
It is a must do. Now, when you buy a wristband,
Okay.
the Haunted Mansion is not included, so you have to buy a separate.
What?
Yeah, you have to buy a separate ticket. Um, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. And buy two because you're going to do it once and you're going to want to do it again. You're absolutely going to want to do it
How much?
again.
Okay, how much what does it cost to ride this
I
ride?
I don't know what the individual ride tickets are. I haven't been there now in a couple years. It's been probably 2 or 3 years since I've been there.
Okay.
But per ride, it's a couple bucks. It's a couple
Like
bucks.
3 to 5.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
not.
like the Jurassic Park ride in
No,
Gatlinburg,
no, no,
15,
no.
$20.
You can buy anytime you're there. You can buy individual ride tickets. So if you just want to go on one singular ride, it's
Yeah.
a couple bucks per ride. Um, the thing is, like the wristband that you buy is usually only
Right.
available during the week. It's usually not even
Oh,
available on weekends because of the
okay.
crowds. They don't always sell the
Okay.
wristbands. Um, so again, recommend going during the week. But
Good.
Knoebels is, it is not a Six Flags park. You're not going to have these
Okay.
mega steel coasters. They only have one steel coaster, there. You're not going to have these mega rides, but it is. I promise you that anyone that listens to us that watches either of our pages would love Knoebels. Um,
Okay. That's a ringing endorsement.
it's an amazing park, and I highly recommend. And the family that owns it, um, the family that
Yeah.
owns it is just
You see what Honey
the full
Badger said?
span. I do. The Jurassic
Yeah.
ride in Pigeon Forge should be fine
That's
for park
facts.
judging.
That's facts. No, no, no,
It,
no, no. But Earthquake is worse.
I,
So
I haven't done
Earthquake is
Earthquake.
like tetanus level worse. Have you done Earthquake?
No, I've never done Earthquake.
Okay.
So
Are you
now
going to?
after your ringing endorsement, yes, I have to.
It's so bad.
um,
So bad. Did you do the Jurassic Park ride? The Jurassic ride?
I have. I have.
Okay.
I y- I knew what I was in store for when I did it. There was no
Okay.
disappointment from me because I had heard for the longest time that this is, what this ride was. I actually enjoyed it for what it was. Again, I
Okay.
knew going into it though, like I enjoyed it. However, so no, I just saw a video on it. I think I have a
Yeah.
video on my page that I
You
posted of
do?
it. I think I do. I have to go back and look.
Unbelievable.
I think I do. But
Yeah.
the um
Smart.
the the price though is ridiculous. I
Yeah.
absolutely agree. It
They get
is.
it though because the tourists, you know,
Uh, yeah, they get
they
it.
get
They
it.
get it. They get a couple here and there.
I mean, dude, there's the rent has got to be unless they own that location, the
Yeah,
rent has got to be. It is outrageously priced, but most things that are in Gatlinburg, I would not say are price efficient. You
if
know,
you if you know what it is and you know it's going to be cheesy and you know there's going to be broken animatronic dinosaur
yeah,
heads, it's still pretty cool to see. But the price is a little bit out of whack.
yeah.
So going back, so Knoebels is an absolute
Okay,
must, which leads us
okay.
into park number four, which is
Kennywood.
Kennywood.
Okay,
Kennywood is a great park. Um,
okay.
Pennsylvania is just
Steel curtain.
full. Steel curtain minus the excessive downtime and the theming to the my least favorite football team on the planet. Um,
Ah,
the um, the
nice.
the
Well, yeah. Am I coming with you when you visit? Where are we visiting, Meatball? Where's Meatball at?
I to answer the question, I'm going to get Rye Guy to a few of our parks. So we talked,
Spooky Woods.
yeah, Kenny Kersey Valley, Spooky Woods. We talked about that last week as one of the
Yep.
parks that we talked about. Um, Meatball is one of the characters there at Spooky Woods. I went for the first time this
Dope.
year, and I love this place.
Okay.
So
Cool.
the answer is that
Yes.
I hope to get, um, I hope, and that, oh, is that my buddy Dave?
Scarewoods.
Dave, is that my buddy
Yeah.
Dave in the chat?
This is
Dave is,
David.
if it is who I think it is, he's one of the all-time regulars at Scarewoods. He said yes. Quick story. Can we sidebar for a second?
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
I worked at Scarewoods for 3 years.
Yes, you
Um,
did.
I was a scare actor as a bucket list item. I went to work 1 year and I ended up staying for three. Um, and, I'll tell you, my buddy Dave here is a long term, he's one of the most long term Carowinds employees that I know, and the nicest guy
Okay.
you'll ever meet. Um,
Ringing
And
endorsement.
he was the first guy that I met, and I knew when I started meeting people that this was my place because being a scare actor, it's like a community. It is the friendliest folks that look out for one another. And I didn't. I was lost. Night one, night two, just walking around. I didn't know, and he just walked up to me and started talking like he knew me for years, and I felt part of the crew immediately. Um,
That's awesome.
I absolutely loved it. So back to Meatball. Meatball is at Kersey Valley Spooky Woods, one of the three that we talked about, one of the three that I
Yep.
want to get you to
Yep.
because this is incredible themed haunted house, and I loved it there. Look at that, 17 years at Scarewoods.
17 years.
For reference, they celebrated their 25th anniversary,
Wow.
and, and he's been 17 years at Scarewoods,
Wow.
and every year he kills it. Every year he kills it. Um,
That's pretty cool. Honey Badger volunteered for years when they were younger. That's awesome. And they're
yeah,
going to a ton of good parks, including Knoebels. So if you're going to Knoebels, hit me up. Let me know when you're going. Maybe we can meet
yeah.
up. Never done it. So Kennywood, let's go back real quick to Kennywood.
Yeah, so Kennywood, amazing park. It has a great
Okay.
collection. It's not quite like Knoebels, but it still has that
Okay.
old school feel. They have a lot of
Okay.
classic
They
dark
do.
rides. They have an old mill, classic boat ride. Um,
Nice.
they have a Noah's Ark, which is a walkthrough attraction, which is a
Okay. Cool.
classic, kind of amusement park type ride. They have your more traditional kind of shooter ride as well. So they have, I mean, I don't know of any
Nice.
park that has more dark rides than Kennywood. So I love it.
Really?
Uh,
That's
and
crazy. That's
then
awesome.
and then they have an incredible collection of wooden coasters.
They
Um,
do.
have just some fantastic wooden coasters, and then some really good steel coasters. Phantom's Revenge is an amazing coaster. Um, it's one of the first hypers. It's a little bit weird
Yeah.
because it doesn't have a 200-foot lift hill, but because it goes down in a
No.
valley, it does have a 200-foot drop. Um, it has the ride you were talking about. It has a premier ride that I'm blanking on the name, but it's towards the front of the park. I don't know if anyone can remind me in the chat.
That's not Steel Curtain, right?
Oh, Steel Curtain. No, not
Okay.
Steel Curtain. It was the roller coaster put
Honey
in before
Badger.
that.
What do you
So
know the ride that Michael's talking about?
cannot think of the name of it, but it's a premier ride. Right, as you go in, it's kind of on the right hand side. Um, But Kennywood is an amazing park, and I love kind of that old school feel to a park, and this park has it. And now I'm so excited to go back. Um, so excited to go back because now they're owned by Hershend,
By
and
Hershend.
the changes that just happened late last year. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ghostwood Manor is the name of that shooting dark ride. That is that's
Okay.
that's the name of the shooting dark ride. But yeah, with Hershend taking over, this park is going to, in my opinion, only good things can come out of it.
I agree. And plus, you're right there at Pittsburgh. So
Yeah,
you've got a major market now. Hershey is close to Harrisburg, which is the
yeah,
capital of Pennsylvania. But I
correct.
feel like Pittsburgh is just a bigger tourist destination. I feel like there's more people coming into that city. You've got two successful sports franchises, even though you don't like them, you know. So,
I do
um,
not.
all right.
I do
So
not.
Dollywood is definitely amazing. I would say Dollywood is my third favorite park on the planet. For me, I go Disneyland, Epcot, Dollywood. And then there's a slew of others, but I'm very, very high on Dollywood. So,
Wow, that's
I drive 7 hours to get there. I'm a
yeah.
nutcase,
I
through the mountains.
I love Dollywood. I love Dollywood.
Yeah,
Um,
it's the
I
best.
I really enjoy it. It's a great park. You
And it's our
know,
segue. It's our
yes.
segue into park foods. So, my friend, is there any foods at any parks that you think about when you're sitting at home?
I'm a big dude, Ryan. I think about all foods when I'm sitting at home.
Okay, but park food. Can you pick a park
The-
food? Look, Honey Badger's saying brisket sandwich at Dollywood. What are you saying, Michael?
so
Cinnamon bread?
I was going to say cinnamon bread is the first thing that comes to mind. If you're thinking strictly about Dollywood, obviously cinnamon
Okay.
bread. And cinnamon bread is so popular now, and Hershen has extended it out to other parks because it is almost the perfect theme park food because
Yes.
you can have it for breakfast. You can have it,
Yes.
you can have it for dessert after your
Anytime.
meal. You can have it at night.
Ouch.
It's so good, right? It's so good, and a lot of people go and take it home with them.
Yes.
I love cinnamon bread.
Man,
Um,
I take home multiple loaves, like 4 to 6, because I got friends and family who request them.
yeah,
So they pack them up for me, wrap them in. Because here's the tip, pro tip, okay? If you're staying at Dollywood, you're going to Dollywood, you can get your bread inside the park. However, go to Heart Song Lodge, especially in the morning time. They're gonna have the bread and they're gonna wrap it up for you. You can go to Dreammore, I think, too, but it's free to park real quick in the 10-minute parking, run in, grab some cinnamon bread before you hit the road. But it's amazing.
yeah. Uh, Mrs. Mary Mac. My favorite food is so
Okay.
simple, but I love hot popcorn from the parks. That that 100% agree. Hot, popcorn. Um, I love I love a good pretzel, a warm pretzel with
Okay.
some cheese sauce to dip in.
Okay.
Going back to kind of Disney, especially Disneyland. Uh, who,
Yes.
who doesn't want a churro when you're at a park, man?
Okay. That's
Like,
But you're going
uh,
with the pretzel.
oh
There's
well, I
the
thought
amazing pretzel at Disneyland.
it's at
Oh my.
well, the like cream cheese filled pretzels at Cedar Point. I have not, but
Okay, that
uh,
sounds good.
Wawa has cream cheese filled pretzels, and every time I go to a Wawa, I go in and get one of those. So I
Yeah.
think I might head to Cedar Point just to try it. Uh,
Yeah.
right next to legendary Magnum XL. Um,
What is your favorite thing at Carowinds? Carowinds your home park. If you're right now, if I said magically poof, you can have one item from Carowinds. What's it going to be?
uh, um, I that's a tough question. Carowinds and some of the other Six Flags parks, food is not the specialty. Um, it's just not.
Okay.
I will say the brisket at their park is pretty good. Um,
Okay.
Here's the thing with Carowinds and other Six Flags parks. I have a meal pass. I eat there.
Yeah.
I find the food fine, right? I have a meal
Okay.
pass because I'm going to be there a lot and I'm going to be there
Okay.
often. I'll go to the park
Sure.
for sometimes all day. I'm going to eat there a lot.
Sure.
Beneficially, financially speaking, it makes perfect sense for me to have
I
it.
have a meal
Um,
pass as well.
I'm
So
not
same reason.
I'm not thinking about Carowinds food like we're talking about, Dollywood food. However,
Okay.
I
Fair.
find I find the food, decent. They have
Okay.
some decent meals throughout. I saw in the comments, I saw Honey Badger said Kings Island has decent food. I agree. I
Okay.
love Kings Island. We'll probably talk about Kings Island on one of these shows coming up because Kings Island is my favorite um,
Wow.
amusement park. Back to the
Amusement. Okay.
amusement park.
Okay.
I don't
I know.
combine
I
destination
know.
theme parks and amusement parks.
Yep. Okay.
Dollywood, Busch Gardens, Disney, Universal are in a different class to me. But
Okay. Fair.
when you're talking about just amusement parks, Kings Island's my favorite, and the food is there good.
Okay.
There's some decent things. Miss Mary Mack said the special hot chocolate at Christmas was really good. I agree. The hot chocolate's
Okay.
good. Some of the themed desserts at those events is really good. Um, I don't blame you on the popcorn and the pretzels. That for me that's theme park food for me. Give me a give me
Funnel
a
cake.
give me a hot dog, a funnel cake, some popcorn all
Yeah.
day long.
Yeah. Versus because there are, yeah, I usually use coaster park versus theme park because they're all amusement parks.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's weird because like theme park, it really comes down to theming for me.
yeah,
So it really has to have like a level of immersion. And I feel like amusement parks are about the thrills, about the rides. They're less about the immersion. They're less about the
yeah,
shows.
yeah,
Generally, less about the dark rides too. It's more
yeah.
about outdoor coasters. It's
But
about chasing thrills, adrenaline rushes. You're going to have a log flume. You're going to have a splashdown ride. They're all pretty much going to be similar, whereas
yeah,
Disney is way overspending to create levels of immersion. I mean, Cosmic Rewind's $500 million coaster. I mean,
yeah.
there's amusement parks that don't even have that budget for everything.
But
So,
I think what Honey Badger's saying, I agree. I think
yeah,
they're saying
seagulls.
all those parks are amusement parks because we're going to have fun, right? We're going to
Right.
amusement parks. But it
Sure.
sounds like Honey Badger's breaking it into either a coaster park or
Coaster
a theme
and
park.
theme
I like
park.
that. I like that
Yeah.
terminology. Yes, Cedar Point
Yeah.
is a coaster park.
100%.
There's it's a great one. It's got it's
Yeah.
got a lot of collection
Thrill
of
rides.
rides, but it is
Yeah.
definitely not a it's not a theme park.
It's tough because you look at like, okay, Busch Gardens has a lot of coasters and they have some decent coasters. You know, you've got Apollo's Chariot. That was one of the original hypers, right?
Mhm.
You've got Pantheon, which is very, very similar to Velocil Coaster, honestly. You know, a lot of similar tricks.
Yeah.
You got Griffin, which I feel like is another, it's a dive coaster, basically, you know, and then you've got Alpengeist. I mean, those are all, and then you got Verbolten, obviously, Dark Coaster and Big Bad Wolf. But I mean, it does have theming, but it definitely has a lot of coasters.
How do you list all of the coasters? And are you just against every wood coaster that's out there?
Oh, Invader.
Invader.
I forgot Invader, yeah. And I've ridden Invader too.
it's a
Invader is scary.
it's a
You
good
know,
ride.
it's
It
scary because there are moments that you feel like you could jump the track.
it's it doesn't look intimidating by its
No.
size, but it packs a hell of a punch.
Oh, yes.
It is a great
Yeah.
ride. Um,
More thrilling than Verbolten to me is Invader,
yeah,
you know.
but the rides and they do have some of their rides themed in the queue lines, but
Sure.
it's even more than that. Like Busch Gardens has those
The countries.
incredible just walking between rides,
Yeah.
like the theming between all of it is so good.
Yeah.
When you walk into the kind of German restaurant there, just a lot of fun. It themed incredibly well. It feels different when you're inside a theme park compared to the coaster park, as Honey
Sure.
Badger
Sure.
said.
Sure. King's Dominion, Carowinds, coaster parks. Although I think Carowinds is, in my opinion, I like Carowinds more than King's Dominion. You know, it's better put together. King's Dominion, even though that was my home park as a kid, it's a little wonky. You know
Yeah,
how it's laid out and
but
everything, and I do like a lot of the rides though.
but I just want to be clear on one thing. Even though I love theme parks, there our world needs both of these. Our world
Absolutely.
needs coaster
Yeah.
parks and theme parks.
Yeah.
I don't want every single park to be all about theming. Even though I would like some of these coaster parks to add a little bit more. I think I think there's room to add more. But I think we need both of these in our world. I need
Well, just
Carowinds and I need Dollywood.
they just coaster parks need to really hone in on their food. I think if they could elevate their food to a degree, I think it would attract more people because the value is ridiculous. You can get a gold pass to Carowinds or King's Dominion right now for 89. It's a silver, but they upgrade you to the gold. It's $89. And then you
Yeah,
have a passport to a ridiculous amount of parks, man.
yeah,
Like I think it's over 10 parks you get the passport to. Maybe not all 40, but
yeah,
ridiculous for $89. My buddy, I convinced him the other day. I was like, "Dude, you got to get this. This is ridiculous." It
Yeah.
came to $98 with tax. Now you're getting parking at all of those parks. Okay. I mean, just go twice.
I tell
It's
you
paid
what,
for itself.
let's let's pause this conversation here since we're at 9 o'clock. Let's take this to its own episode. Let's talk about in a full episode. Let's talk about the pricing because
Yeah.
I agree with you. There are it's a
Wow,
no
that's a good
brainer.
price on the
It's
Prestige.
it's a no brainer. It's no brainer to get one of these, but is it good for us as consumers? I think that's a whole conversation that we need to
Hmm.
dig into, and I'd love to do a whole show with you on it.
Sure, that
So,
sounds awesome.
so tell me again, what's in store this weekend? So
Uh,
tomorrow you're traveling?
no, Sunday I'm traveling,
Sunday,
so
okay?
I'll get out to Pigeon Forge. We're going staying at the Heart Song. Then we've got the Pirate Show Sunday night.
Yeah,
Monday we're doing breakfast at Frizzle Chicken Cafe. Do you know about that place?
I do not.
Okay, it has 100 automated chickens.
Oh,
Okay, I guess they break into song, so it makes me think of like Showbiz Pizza or early Chuck E. Cheese with
oh
the
my God.
animatronics. Yeah, so
So
it's a
this
breakfast and lunch spot.
so
Yeah,
this sounds like someplace I would love. Like
that's
that.
what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah,
A
I need
hundred chickens.
you send me a video. Send me a
I
video. I
will.
want
You
to
want a
see that.
coasters, haunts, and dark rides from
I
Frizzle
do.
Chicken?
I do. You
Okay.
got to do the intro though. You got to do the intro
I'm doing
from
the intro
inside.
at the night flight tour. So,
Yeah, thank you.
we're doing Chicken Frizzle, then we're going to the Titanic Museum. You been there?
I haven't. I pass it every time we're there. I'd be interested to hear
Dude,
your feedback from there. Have you
I'm
been
gonna love it.
before? You've
I
not yet.
haven't, but it's got like a 4.5 for the rating. And I went and looked at the reviews and people it's very worth the $39 is what people
Yeah.
are saying. So I
Honey
will report
Badger.
back.
Honey Badger said they did it. The pirate show they do in
Yeah,
Myrtle
same
Beach.
company.
We've done that twice. The one in
What do you
Myrtle
think?
Beach. I love it. I love it.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
themed uh, themed dining is something I think this world could use more of. Um,
Yes.
it is a lot of fun. It is a fun
Yeah.
experience the whole way through. Yeah, you're right, Honey Badger. Yeah, the food may be mad. I thought it was fine, but I'm not picky.
Okay.
But who cares? You're there having a good time,
Yeah.
watching a show.
Pirates, dude.
It's a must do for us in Myrtle, and it's a great attraction to have there in Pigeon Forge. All
Yeah.
right, so
And Dolly
then
owns all of them. And then the after we do that, we're doing a hotel tour. I think it's the VIP of marketing for Heart Song is going to do a hotel tour and an interview with us. So we'll go around, we'll show the resort, and then after that, we are heading to the Dolly Stampede, the
yeah,
Dolly Parton Stampede. Have you done that?
I have not done this. No, I take it back. They used to have
Okay.
the Dolly Stampede out in Myrtle before it became Pirates.
Okay.
So we did that when it was in Myrtle before they rethemed it to Pirates. But I haven't done either of any of the dinner shows in Pigeon Forge.
Okay. Well, we are doing it. I will report back. I'll
Nice.
let you know, and I'm going to give you the vegetarian viewpoint because I am
Yeah.
a vegetarian. So we'll see how the food is. I am thinking about breaking my vegetarianism to try the soup.
Oh,
So
interesting.
this,
Interesting.
yeah.
Well, would love to hear
Mm,
your feedback. And then culminating all
okay.
that with a tour of
Yes, the tour of Night Flight the next morning. So we're meeting at Dollywood. It's going to be really cool because the park is closed. I've never been in the park when it's totally closed off season. I think it's going to tour probably be about an hour. Then we're going to have lunch, and then they're going to send us on our way, and I'll drive straight back to Virginia, 7 hours, pick up our dog, and then
yeah.
we have an extremely busy March. I would hope to see you at Dollywood opening day, but I will see you at Carowinds opening day.
For sure.
Um, you're gonna probably get me on Copperhead Strike,
Yeah,
so
nice.
I think that's gonna happen. Maybe Fury. We'll take a look at it.
You can do it, buddy. You can do it.
I got
You
a
can do
wicked
it.
fear of heights.
I know you can do it
Nice.
though. I'm not going to pressure you. No pressure for me. I, uh, I will never force anyone into anything they're not comfortable with. One of my biggest pet peeves in an amusement park is when parents put their kids on a ride that they don't want to be on. I hate that more than anything. I'm okay with encouraging people to do things, but
Sure.
you do it when you're comfortable. But when you do it, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
I know I
Uh,
am. It's going to be insane.
the
So, but yeah, and then we're going to be trying to hit New Jersey's opening. So that's
Yeah.
on the 28th of the month. And then we are going to be going to Kennywood's opening.
There we go. Theme park vision. Hey guys, excited for Dollywood's construction tour. So there you go. I
Yeah.
jealous I won't be there. Man,
Yeah.
if the news I gave at the beginning of the show, if that had already happened, I'd be there in a heartbeat.
Wow.
So uh,
You
I
got a lot
am.
of stuff. Or what are you going to do? Do you got anything planned because of the news at the beginning?
I do, and maybe we'll talk
Okay.
about that on a future show. I have some
Okay.
cool opportunities coming up that are going to work out very well with having some more free time. Um,
Cool.
the we so we are this weekend. I'm doing something fun on Sunday. I'm going to a horror convention here
Nice.
in the Charlotte area in Concord, North Carolina. Mad Monster Party. Um,
Nice.
lot of fun. There's a ton of horror actors that are there for pictures and autographs and just an
Nice.
incredible collection of all kinds of merchandise for sale. And then, of course, one of my favorites is a few of the local haunts are there to
Okay.
promote their establishments as well. So I'm um, super excited for that on Sunday. I went last year, I think last year or the year before. It was a lot of fun. I'm excited to get back there.
Any horror actors you're excited to see?
Uh, no, so
Okay.
not me particularly.
Okay.
I love horror movies. Um,
Okay.
I do not pay to meet or take pictures with the horror actors. That's not why I'm there. I'm there for the experience. Hey, Honey Badger, thanks so much. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Definitely we'll let you know when we're up in
100%.
Cedar Point. So thank you so much for joining. Um,
Thank you for
yeah,
joining.
I'm there for the experience. I absolutely love, and thanks for the rose as well. Um, I absolutely love the experience of being there. I like the cosplay. People come in character, dressed as their favorite
Okay.
horror character. There's lots of scare actors that come in as to walk around. I love the experience of that. I love all the little tables that sell all kinds of really cool and unique. And I'll do a little. I'm going to do a video from there, of course. Some of the stuff they
Okay.
sell is really, really neat, and so
Uh-oh.
I like the experience. Yeah, I have to be very careful about my purchases. So, um, but it'll be great content, and I can't wait to bring it to you. We'll talk about your trip and mine next week when we
Yeah,
get together.
absolutely. Are we doing Saturday?
Let's chat on that, but I think I'm pretty open. I think I'm pretty open.
Oh, you know what? Let's do Sunday. Is Sunday
Okay,
okay?
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do Sunday
So
at 7 if that's okay. No
sounds great.
football.
Yeah, no football for a while. So thank you
Yeah.
to everybody that either
Thank you.
joined us for the live tonight. We love all the conversation.
It's
And
awesome.
then we also have a number of people that can't make the live, but that watch the recording that I post on TikTok and YouTube. Thank
Hello
you
to
all.
you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for watching. We'd love to have you. If anybody ever has a topic that they want us to dig into, we'd love to chat about
Absolutely.
it. So thank you so much, Ryan. As always, it's an
Yes.
absolute pleasure, my friend.
Oh, so much fun, dude. Have a great night, okay?
All right.
Have fun on Sunday.
Yeah, and have an awesome trip down there in Pigeon
Thank you,
Forge.
buddy.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank you. Thank you
Theme
all so
Parks
much.
Vision says thanks for the stream. Thank
Oh,
you. I'll see
thank
y'all at the
you.
Dollywood tour on Tuesday. You'll see me.
You'll
Come say
see
hello.
Ryan. Yes, I'll see y'all in Dollywood very soon. later in the year, but I won't be there Tuesday. But enjoy it, and can't wait to see the footage that you bring back, Ryan.
Awesome. Take